Okay, so this is what happens when you leave it hang too long. You end up putting an arrow through the other arrow and breaking them. And you know, they're only about, depending on the arrow, $5 to about $10 a piece. So you know, you really don't want to do this a whole bunch. That's why most people shoot 5 arrows at a time too, or they go left to right on the dots if they're fairly decent shots, instead of shooting them all in the center, because you also have this happen. One's from a compound, one's from a recurve. So if somebody tells you you can't do this, you can definitely do it with modern arrows. They say you can't do them with wooden arrows either, but I'm imagining if you had a broadhead that was really sharp, that was straight up and down, and it hit the nock, it could definitely split another arrow like they do on the Hollywood Robin Hood movies. Now, as far as whether people can do it on purpose, there's people that can shoot an aspirin at 20 yards, so they could probably do this on purpose. But yeah, this wasn't assembled. This was literally, I shot one, and I'm sure it was an accident, but it was not dead center in the bullseye, but it was in the bullseye, and then I put another arrow right behind it in the same groove, and it went right into the shaft. And earlier on the plastic ones, my older brother shot this with a compound, and I don't remember where it was in the target, but he definitely stuck one right into the other one, broke the nock, and it went right down the shaft. And we could take these top arrows probably and fix them, but we wanted to keep them for trophies. But if we do any more, we're not going to have 50 arrows stuck out in the yard here. But that, and then this one here, I shot the arrow and the arrow was hanging down, and we didn't bother to come take it out. And then I shot another arrow into the arrow, and that's what carbon does when you hit it real hard with an arrow. It broke it right at that blast point. That's why you definitely want the right arrows for the bow too, because you don't want it snapping like that when you got it up on the bow and then going through your left forearm. So if you're shooting 70 to 80 pounds, which most people don't do, you definitely don't want an arrow that's rated for like a 30 or a 40 pound bow. You know, the bigger the number, like a 500 has less spine strength than a 400, but you get up to 60, you probably want a 300. You get up into the 70s and 80s, you're looking at 250 or 200. They're thicker walled carbon, and they're heavier a little bit, because also the bow might think it's dry firing if the arrow is too light, and then it can damage the bow and possibly damage you if the arrow comes apart, like I said, like this. Of course, this one was struck, but you definitely want to pay attention to what you're doing with the arrows and stuff.